ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरत्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै। तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथिता पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणि। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः। वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सावकाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृति यान्ति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तो ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनो श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः 33rd verse we have seen ज्ञानवान अपि स्वस्याः प्रकृते सदृशं चेष्टते. So Bhagavan says, even though your Atma Gnani is also, they always act according to their own nature. Prakrutehe sadrusham. So they always follow their prakriti. Bhutani prakriti yanti. All beings always follow their own nature. Vigraha kim karishyati. How can anyone can control their own nature? That we have seen. And at that time we have seen that one subhashitam, what I have said, palandu swagunam na munchati. So today I did, where it would be. I have kept somewhere. Maybe here. I have said as a palandu. It's good. Not available. Even I have saved something. So this is the mantra, shloka. Karpura dhuli rachita alavala. The base for given abhisheka is prepared with the dust of karpura. So karpura dhuli rachita alvalaha, and palandu is anointed with, is lipta deha. So this the deha of palandu is anointed with kasturi. That kasturi is well famous in that deer kasturi, and kumkumam, it is given as a saffron, prepared with kumkumam. So kumkumam is equal to saffron, and kasturika is that kasturi which is famous for that fragrance. That palandu is anointed with this kasturi and kumkumam lipta deha. Then suvarna kumbhai parishinchamana. Then given the abhishek in the gold pot. Suvarna kumbhai, but still Nija gunam kim munchati palandu. But still palandu cannot give up their own nature. Same way, prakriti yanti bhutani. All beings, they follow their own prakriti. And now we are seeing 34th verse. Indriyasya indriyasya arthe ragadvesho vyavasthito tayo na vashamagachet he he asya paripantino. Everything is going. So rago dvesho vyavasthito. There are like and aversion. Vyavasthito means there are. So there are attachment and aversion with reference to indriyasya arthe. For the object of each and every sense, there are definitely some like, some dislike. And Bhagavan says, Tayoho navasham agachet. One should not come under the spell of this both raga dvesha. Tayoho means both of them. And why? Bhagavan says, to both of them, paripantino. Paripantino, really speaking, is called robber. One who always steal. Inside, when we are passing from one village to another village, at that time there are robbers are available. They can steal whatever they have. Same way, this raga and dvesha are paripantino. They are considered as the robbers. They take away our peace. That's why he says, paripantino, you should not come under the spell of raga dvesha. So if we see the Anvaya, so indriyasya arthe, each and every indriya has their own object, and they both have raga dvesho vyavasthit. So there are raga and dvesha, likes and dislikes or attachment and aversion. Tayoho vasham na agachet. One should not come under the spell of this both of them, because he means because, tau means this raga dvesho. Asya, asya manushasya paripantino. Consider they have given as the enemies, but literally is robbers. They always take our buddhi. So indriyasya arthe, the meaning is with reference to the object of each sense organ. So each and every sense organ has their own object. And we have other, sometimes we have like, sometimes we are attached, and sometimes we have some dvesha, dislike. And here I have not written, but we can write. If chakshu, all five indriyas, say five indriya, if I, so this I have two things, like and dislike. Same way here, all five. So we always come in contact with our likes and dislikes. This is called ragadvesho vyavasthito indriyasya arthe, each and every senses. And what I have given chakshuhu vishayaha, either like or even. And same way, shrotrattvak granaha rasna means our taste. And generally, we always follow what we don't like. We always follow what we like, and we always don't follow what we don't like. So Shankaracharya is written here how person act or how person just function. So he is saying, Yahi Purushasya Prakriti. Whatever the nature of the person, whenever Purusha comes, the meaning is person, there is a no male, there is a no female. So whatever the nature of the person, this always that Prakriti nature, Raga Dvesha, Purasara, that nature always predominant by their own attachment and their own aversion. The Purasara means is always followed by their own raga dvesha, and according to their own raga dvesha, purusham pravartayati, that all each and every person follow their own raga dvesha, and what and at that time what happens? This is Bhashyamaru. So Shankaracharya ji says, Tada at that time, Swadharma Parityaga. When our life is there, and it is not something which is we don't like, which is our dharma, then we give up our dharma and we select whatever we like. So Swadharma Parityagaha and Paradharma Anushtanam cha bhavati. And then person follow which is not our own duty. I have heard one story. It is maybe true story only. He says there is a one boy, young boy. He has completed his study, but he has come from very poor family. Only single mother. She has brought up this child, no father. In beginning, he passed away. That this boy, this mother has done lot of others work, housemaid, and because of her this all money, she has given the study of boy and he's become a graduated and master of in graduation. Then he has got good job, and that job, what he has got, that table can pass many tenders to the higher some manager or CEO. So this job, that boy doesn't know this table is very important to pass the files. So he started his job. So one day, one person has come and he met this boy and he says, I can give you a money. Because of that money, you can buy a house. You can buy even four-wheel, and your mother need not to do any work because she has done all the time this others work. So your mother need not to do any work. All debts, whatever in your account, I will pay. But only one thing you have to do, you just pass my paper tender up to the high level. So boy was confused and he says, let me think because he doesn't know. And he says, this good offer, if I can have accepted this offer, lots of money, my mother will come out for all pay, everything. And having thinking like this boy has reached his home and mother has noticed this, my son is thinking, something is thinking. She did ask next morning, early morning, when she goes to him up, he was sitting inside in his coat, and again he was thinking, should I accept the offer or should I not accept the offer? Like thinking was going on. Then both mother and son sat on the dining table for breakfast, and now mother has asked, can I ask you what type of thinking is going in your mind? Because from yesterday there is something you are not behaving normally. At that time, boy is not married, so he can open up. So he has tell everything to his mother. This is the offer I have received. If I can accept this offer, mother, we will be happy. Lots of money, there is no problem. Should I accept this offer or not? So he says, Swadharma Parityagaha. If that person accepts this bribe, then Swadharma Parityagaha, then mother has given the answer. After accepting the offer, after accepting the money, when I come to your room, and if you are sitting every day in your room or on the court with some thinking that I don't like to see. She didn't give any other answer, but she says, I don't like to see you every day sitting on the court, no sleep, nothing. Then boy understand I should not accept. So if this is a raga for that money, but if he accepted, though is called paradharma anushtanam, and whatever his duty for that table, he is given up. But generally is always raga dvesha. If that too much like for that money, that boy would have given up. Let it go, but I should accept. That's why Shankaracharya says, Yahi Purushasya Prakriti. Whatever the nature of the person, it always fraught with their own raga dvesha. And according to that raga dvesha, Purusham Pravartayati. That person always act according to their own raga dvesha. And because of that person following one's own raga dvesha, then what happened? He says Swadharma Parityagaha. That person gives up one's own duty for a dharma anushtana. They just take up another duty. And yada punaha, and again, if raga dvesho pratipakshena niyamayati, if we can control these likes and dislikes with the help of Pratipaksha Bhavana. This is very well known, Pratipaksha Bhavana. If a rag means attachment with someone, we have to try to see what are the defects in that, what I like. It's called Pratipaksha. So whatever we like, we try to see the defects. Suppose I like to do some stealing. Suppose if a thief would like to do some stealing, then their thief starts thinking, if I steal, then it is a not good. Then that thief knows. And by doing such type of action, I may go into the jail. This is called Pratipaksha Bhavana. What will be the adverse effect by doing the wrong deed? It is called Pratipaksha. So by thinking of Pratipaksha, one can control the raga dvesha, and then Shastra Drashti eva Purushaha Bhavati. And having continuously doing Pratipaksha Bhavana, the person can have vision of scriptures. What is dharma, what is adharma. And then that person never follow their own prakriti. So na prakriti vashaha. That person never follow their own prakriti. Tasmat Bhagavan says, Tayoho ragadveshayoho vasham na agachet. You should not come under the spell of this ragadvesha because paripanthino. Shankaracharya has written, what is the meaning of paripanthino? Yataha tauhi. Tau means both raga and dvesa. Asya purushasya. For this person, paripanthino is a robber. ऐसे श्रेय मार्गस्य विघ्नकर्तारो तस्करो इव. So when they are living a marg of shreyas, a good dharma marga, they create a obstruction. Is look like a thieves. So paripanthino is a robber or thieves which can create an obstacle in the path of our good shreya. If we are leaving a path for moksha, in Karma Yoga, some Raga Dvesha, we follow the Raga Dvesha, then we are just moving away from our Shreya Marga. Iti Artha. So we should not follow our own Raga Dvesha, but we always follow what is to be done, what is not to be done. So Tayoho of this Vasham means spell, na agachet, may one should not come under because is equal to he, tau means this raga dvesha, asya of this person, paripanthino. They are two thieves or robbers. So I have just written whatever our nature, according to the nature, we start thinking. So our thought process is always whatever our nature. Whatever our thought process, we speak like this. Whatever we speak, we act like this. Whatever we act becomes our prakriti. So in English, there is one sentence is this: whatever you think, so your words. Whatever your words becomes your action. Whatever your action becomes your hobby, and the hobby becomes your own nature. So this is nature, thought, words, action, hobby, and nature. This is the sequence in our. So whatever we think, always, whether we like or we don't like, but generally we act like that only. So people ask, where is the free will? Then how can we say this person has free will? And if person behaves according to their own raga dvesha, there is a no work for free will. So Shastra says, free will doesn't work for one thought. If the thought of anger has come, it can come. So we can unstop. but we can stop second thought. So free will does not work on first thought, but free will can control second thought. Free will can control the words, and free will can control our actions also. So if we are master of our free will, then we can cut out the second thought. This all we have seen in second chapter. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pachayat. Sangha means asakti. So we keep on meditating on one thing, then only raga comes. If we stop thinking of that, there is a no raga. So free will work on second thought, free will cannot work on first thought. And more we focus what we are thinking, then slowly we can change our prakriti. So if there is a person say, in and off I get angry. So how can I control my anger? It is very difficult. Then he says, what I have said, there is a Paramarthanand, this is FIR. So more and more, if we think why I'm getting angry, for which reason I am getting angry, and even I get angry, I should not, make victim of anyone of my anger. So more and more, if we think, when our that anger comes down, even there are people who always say, after listening many years, now my anger goes down. Then he says, how can I understand my anger has goes down? So he says, this is, like a litmus test in Sanskrit, in our science. So the meaning of F, frequency. In 1 month, how many times you get angry? So if before, maybe we can say every day, if cut off, then we say, this Shastra works, the blessing of Shastra or everything goes, they reduce from 30 to 50. The intensity. Before having heard Shastra, the person who is front of me is just make a victim of my anger, but that intensity, I can become angry, but after listening Shastra, that intensity goes down. So it should be less intensity and recovery. Before having listening Shastra, I used to get angry, and that anger remains in my mind for 2 days, 3 days, or maybe there are people who even always kept that anger and they hand over that anger to their children was. So here there are people, it's called Darbar, Kshatriya, they have some, fight with another family and they have insult someone's family, then that person decided, I will take revenge. And if that person cannot able to take revenge, he just hand over that revenge and ask the son, I cannot able to take revenge, but you take revenge. So always is a lifetime, no recovery. But if person knows, then recovery can possible. Before listening Shastra, I can recover within 2 days, 3 days. But now I can recover even after 5 minutes, 10 minutes of my anger. Then we can say our Shastra works, our free will works, and whatever I would try to put in my life, everything is works. So this is called FIR. We can control our Prakriti. Only we should know our Prakriti is either good or bad. Sometimes or every time we think whatever I am thinking is good, but it is not like that. If one person is called self-honest, self-honesty is necessary to change oneself. If there is a no self-honesty, person cannot change. They always justify their anger. They justify whatever they act. But if person knows whatever I have done is not good, then only it can change. So this free will work. Only that person knows whatever I'm doing is not correct. Then only. So I have just given all this also. There is one Subhashita, but I don't know the whole Subhashitam. The Subhashitam says, when flame is feeble, wind becomes enemy and puts out the flame. But if huge fire is there, then wind doesn't have capacity to put out the fire. Then this wind becomes the friend of the fire and this whole forest burn into ashes. This is very good. I don't know that Subhashita. So unhealthy thoughts is a fever and intellect can handle that unhealthy thought. But if we nourish our thought, then intellect can't control and starts justifying. So if something thought come and it is feeble and we say this is not good, you should not think twice, then it can go. But we nourish whatever I have decided I will take revenge, I will take revenge. Then intellect cannot control this type of thought process and starts justifying. Because that person has done something wrong to me, that's why I'm thinking, starts justifying. So we should not come under the spell of our own raga dvesha. So this is also one subhashita. Yatha chittam tatha vachah, yatha vachah tatha kriya. So whatever we think, say, we should speak tatha vachah, whatever we speak, tatha kriya. That only we have to act. Chittam vachi kriyayam cha sadhunam ekarupata. There is an alignment between thought, speech, and action. For whom? Sadhunam, for good people. This is called in 13th chapter is called Arjava. The meaning of Arjava means there is an alignment between thought, speech, and action. Sadhunam ekarupata. We can use our free will. And sometimes we think different, we speak different, and we act different. So there is a alignment. So having told this, now Bhagavan has told this very well famous, often quoted this verse. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushchitat swadharme nidhanam shreyah paradharmah bhayavah. Paradharmat su anushchitat. Paradharma. He says, Swadharmaha Vigunaha. Even our own duty. Here the meaning of dharma means our own responsibility, our duty, or to be done is different, very person to person. So Bhagavan says, whatever our duty, even it seems is a defect, Vigunaha means is a defect, but still is better. Is a Shreyan is bit better compared to what? So he says, Paradharma su anushtita, even better than another's dharma, and which we have done very well. But compared to this, whatever we perform our swadharma, even it seems is a defectful, but it is better. So one should perform our own dharma. We should never follow paradharma. So paradharma means others' duty, others' responsibility. So whatever our duty we should follow, and we think compared to my duty, that person duty is nice. Let me exchange. We should not do. And Bhagavan says, Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya. Even if person has death by performing one own dharma, it is better. And paradharma, another's dharma, vyavaha, it always brought with fear. But here the dharma, we have to be careful, is duty only. Su anushtitat paradharmat swadharmah vigunah api shreya. Even by performing another's dharma, it's look like a proper good, but swadharma, our own duty, in spite of vigunaha api. For us, it says it's not good, but shreya, it is a better. Swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmaha bhayavaha. But here, what is the meaning of dharma? So here I have written only because at that time I don't know. I have written there are the four meaning of dharma. One is called samanya dharma. Another meaning of dharma in Kathopanishad it says consciousness. Another meaning of dharma is punya papa. And fourth meaning is vishesha dharma. Says duties of each and every persons are called dharma. Here I have written four because at that time I know only four meaning. But if now I say, so now I have found there is a total six meaning of dharma. So one meaning of dharma is a duty. Here what Bhagavan is talking. Another meaning of dharma, what we are keep on telling, no? Vaishnava dharma, Shaiva dharma, Swaminarayan dharma, which dharma you follow? So this is the second meaning. Another meaning of dharma is samanya dharma. It will we will see in our book. So Swatmani Pratikulani Anyesham na Achare. This is the Samanya Dharma. Punya Papa is called Swadharman. Atma in Kathopanishad is called Dharma. And now, in this year only, I have found even the Atma Gnanam is called Dharma. And where? So in ninth chapter, third verse, Bhagavan says, Ashriddhanaha Purushaha Dharmasyasya Parantap. So here the meaning of Dharma, Shankaracharya is given the meaning is Atmagnan, self-knowledge. So we have to see context, and according to context, then we can give the meaning. So here I have written only four. So first is Samanya Dharma. So that the definition what I have told, Atmani Pratikulani Anyesham na Acharit. So what we don't like, we should not do to others. This is called universal dharma. So svatmani pratikulani anyesham na acharit. So if I don't like, if somebody is telling a lie in front of me, so I should not tell a lie. If somebody slapped me, somebody beats me, and if I don't like, I should not beat others. This is called samanya dharma. So another meaning what we have seen is the Atma. So in Kathopanishad, it says, Eshaha Anuhu, Eshaha Dharmaha. This Atma is very subtle. Nahi Subneyam. It is very difficult to know. Easily nobody can understand that much. This Atma is subtle. So here the meaning of Dharma is Atma, consciousness. So in 18th chapter, I think 62 verse, Bhagavan says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam praja aham tvam sarva papepya. So here the meaning of sarva dharman is papa punya. You just give up even your papa and punya, you surrender to me. This is the meaning. And here Bhagavan says, Swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmaha bhayavaha. Even it is better die in one's dharma, paradharmaha bhayavaha. So here the meaning of sadharma is vishesha dharma. So each and every Brahmana has their own duty, Vaishya has their own duty, are called Vishesha Dharma. They're all responsibilities. So what are the duties of Brahmana? So it is given in Shastra, the Brahmana's duty is Pathanam, Pathanam. Brahman can study, in Ma Brahmana can teach. Patanam means study, Pathanam can teach, Yajanam, Yajanam. Brahmana can perform yaga, and Brahmana can help others to perform yaga. So he become a priest. So Yajanam, Brahmana can also give dhanam, and Brahmana can receive dhanam, and even it can give the dhanam. So receive dhanam is called dhanam. We can say receive pratigraha means it's not only keep on receiving, he can also give dhanam. So these are the Vishesha Dharma of Brahmana. What are the Vishesha Dharma of Vaishya? It is given in 18th chapter that I have written. Krushi Gauraksha Vanijyam Vaishyasya Swadharma. So Krushi means agriculture, Gauraksha protection of cows, Vanijyam, all commerce are Vishesha Dharma of Vaishya, Shudram Paricharyatmakam Karma, which can be helpful to others. Paricharya is called Shudrasya Karma, Kshatriya. Here again we have to be careful. It is not by birth, but it is by Gunataha Karmataha Vibhagaha, Guna Karma Vibhagena. In Kshatriya Karma, in 18th chapter says, Shaurya Tejo Dhruti Dakshyam Yuddhe Apalayanam Danam Ishwara Bhava. So these are the gunas of Kshatriya. So Kshaurya means valor, Tejaha, brilliance, Dhrutihi, to resolve the skill. Dhruti means the resolvement, the perseverance, Dakshyam, skillfulness, not running from the war, and Dhanam can have charity, Ishwarasya Bhava means one who has leadership. These are the Vishesha Dharma of Kshatriya. So each and every person has to try to find out what are their Vishesha Dharma, and according to their Dharma, they have to live a life. Then there is a no conflict. They can live happily. But nowadays, if person thinks I am by birth a Brahmana, and after having a born in the family of Brahmana, he would like to do some business and no quality of business, then it creates a problem. Even there is born in Vaishya family, they have to do commerce and everything, but that person doesn't know. So suppose Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi, by birth, Gandhiji was Vaishya. He is born in Vaishya family. By Karmataha, he was Kshatriya. Karmataha. So he is a always freedom fighter, no? Karmataha. So he is a Kshatriya, but by Guna, he was Brahmana. So all Sattva Guna. So non-violence, all Gunas are Sattva Guna. So where Gandhiji can fit? In which kinds of Vaishya, Shudra or Brahmana? So we don't know what is our Vishesha Dharma sometimes. That's why person are confused. Puja Swamiji used to say in the village, there are some priests, there are some, there are some blacksmith. The son of blacksmith is always blacksmith. The son of priest is become a priest. The son of farmer does farming. There is a no conflict. They always performing their own dharma. But if this priest son would like to become, something great, and then comparison, then jealousy, then raga dvesha, all possible. when they never follow their wishes. So, su anushtitat, the meaning is compared to well performed paradharmat, is another dharma. So, I have just written if the soldier of our own country is very good in spy, very well. So, this is called su anushtitat paradharmat. But if he doesn't know fight, but still if he's fight for our own country, so even it is better. So he said, Swadharmaha Vigunaha Api Shreya. If that soldier doesn't know how to fight properly, but still if fight perform, then Bhagavan said it is better. He should not do Paradharma. He should never follow Paradharma. It is Bhayavaha. So Swadharma, if he dies in by fighting with another country, then still that person will go to Swarga. Because Bhagavan says, any will remain will go to Swarga, no problem. So Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya. So by performing one's own duty, if person meets death, it is better Paradharmat Anushtitat compared to live another dharma. And here I have just given the example. If goalkeeper of soccer, he says, everybody of my team, everybody is running, let me run. Then what will happen to this goalkeeper? He has to fix to the protect. There is should be no goal from other team. So goalkeeper of soccer decide I would like to run like other players. So he's passing, not swadharma. So that's why swadharma always gives satisfaction, while others' duty gives restless mind. And here again I have given one story of watchman. So in this story of watchman, it was like that. Okay, one businessman was there and he was very rich and he has kept one watchman for his house to protect his house. And that businessman have to travel at 5 a.m. in one aircraft from his. So he has asked his watchman, you please wake me up at 2 a.m. so I can reach on time to airport. So that watchman say, okay, I will wake you up. So this watchman wake up this businessman at 3 a.m. And then he was crying, that watchman, and he told the businessman, he says, today I saw a dream. He told the businessman, you please don't travel in this aircraft. Then businessman say, why? So he says, I dreamt aircraft met accident and all people are died. This is the morning, morning dream always comes true. You should not travel. Please don't travel, sir. Please don't travel. Then businessman was agreed. He says, I don't travel. Okay. And really, that plane has got accident. All people are died. This businessman is saved. And next day, businessmen have called this watchman. The watchman was very happy. He says, today my shed will give some give some prize, something. Then this businessman gave some money to watchman. And he says, from today, you should not do your duty. And he says, why? Because of me only your life is saved. But he says, you have dream. And when dream can possible? When you must be sleeping, no? And the duty of watchman should not sleep. So you have missed your swadharma. So you have done good job, but still I cannot appoint you as a watchman, as a knight. So this is swadharme nidhanam shay. Even he would like to do better, but it is better to always follow one's own duty. So if once what I have written, If one doesn't seem enjoyable their own dharma, but still one has to do is an offer to Ishvara, then no conflict. But if we don't like our responsibility, then always our mind remain in confusion, mind heavy, and always there is a complaint. Why? So this is the meaning we have to perform our own duty, even whether we like it, whether we don't like it. Bhagavan says, and now Arjuna is going to ask one question. I don't know why I have put, but there is a very beautiful verse from Mahabharata. Duryodhana says, Janami dharma rajame pravrutti. I know what is to be done. Dharma I know, but I cannot engage myself to do any good karma. Janami dharmam rajame pravrutti. Even he says, Janami adharmam rajame nivrutti. Even I know what I am doing is not correct. To kill Bhima, I have planned too much, but still I cannot come back from this adharma. So I know dharma, but I cannot proceed for dharma. I know adharma, but I cannot come back from adharma. Then he says in second line, केनापि देवेन हृदिस्थितेन यथा नियुक्तः अस्मि तथा करोमि. He said, as though somebody sitting in my heart, Rudi means in my heart, Sthitena Devena. There are somebody, some Deva is sitting in my heart, and whatever he impels me, Niyukta, whatever he impels me, Tatha karo. So nothing in my head, somebody sitting in my heart, and they asked to perform me, and I perform according like that only, nothing in my head. So there are many people, they think I would like to do good karma, but they cannot able to perform. There are many, there are many people who are given to adharma, they are would like to come out from the adharma, they cannot come out. What is the reason why they are not come out from this adharma? That question was asked by Arjuna. So now next verse is all beautiful portion. Arjuna has asked a beautiful question and Bhagavan has replied. So I have written this shloka, I think this Brahmana. So people thinks one who's by birth is Brahmana, but it is not like that. Shastra says each and every person janmata jayate shudra. By birth, we all are shudra. Janmata jayate shudra sanskarat bhavedvija. So when Upanayan sanskar are given, so Gayatri mantra is given, and if we perform Gayatri mantra, then it's called Dvija. The meaning of Dvija means twice born. So one is born second time, one from mother and second time from Acharya's Diksha. So this is Dvijaha, Ved Pathat, Ved Vipraha. So there are four names of Brahmana. Dvijaha, Vipraha, and Brahmana. So Veda Pathat, because of chanting of Veda, that person Dvijaha now is become Vipraha. But who is Brahmana? Shastra says, Brahma Janati iti Brahman. So any person, if Shudra knows Brahman, so that Shudra is Brahman. Valmiki, really speaking, so in previous time he was a robber, but still he became a Brahmana. So Brahma Janati iti Brahman. Because if we have written Brahmana's profession or Shudras, they have why how can you define Brahmana? This definition of Brahmana is given here. But if we check now, it will come now Google, in which text. But this is from Mahabharata. So now, so same question is asked by our Arjuna to Bhagavan Krishna. So this is the meaning. अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वाष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः. It doesn't come. I can change. Shreyan dharmo nigunaha. This is Arjuna uvacha atha kena prayuktaha. Atha means now change the topic. We will see in detail, but kena prayuktaha. This poor person, kena prayukta is impelled by whom? And ayam purushaha papam charati is, behave papam charati anichannapi. He doesn't want to do. Anichan is never a desire, but baladiva niyojita. Some forcefully asked to perform such karma. So who is this person? But detail of this we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om